Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. We're going to be talking about castles quickly. I'm actually stood in the castle at the moment, just nice and chilled. We do own this castle, so no risk of me getting beaten up. And yeah, I want to talk to you about castles, what their purpose is in the game, why I think they're actually very good content, why I wish they'd actually add another day of them, and you'll know what I mean by that in a second. And a couple of little pointers and tips when it comes to like fighting and playing around with castles. So at the moment we have Castle Sunday, which means on a Sunday at different times. So as you can see, the next treasure in this castle will be revealed in 6 days, 16 hours. That's next Sunday, and effectively it's one on EU times, one on NA times. This chest will spawn, and only the owner of the castle can take it. So it's a nice little bonus. It's like a relic chest. It gives like these chests, except it has a lot higher chance to drop good loot. And that's what it is. It's a nice thing. In terms of the castle itself, every 10 minutes you hold it, you get 6 season points. That's 6 energy. Obviously, in this last sort of third of the season, you're actually getting 12 energy a tick per castle, which actually is 120k-ish. Working on like 10k energy every 10 minutes, which is a pretty high amount of currency when you think about it. In terms of taking the castles, you're going to need to get yourself some Demolition Hammers. Now there are different tiers of Demolition Hammers. You only need 76 to craft tier 8. There's no specializations, so honestly you can get them really easily. Looking at the damage, physical damage, 310 phys damage, 192 damage a second. You look at the tier 4 and it is a noticeable difference. So using the tier 8 ones cost a little bit more tier 8 mats. They do actually use stone, which is interesting. But yeah, so using the higher ones is always better. Using leather armor, so typically they give them to tanks to do. Personally, I give them to bruisers. The reason for it is you can still have your tanks able to engage a fight, because you can actually swap from a demolition hammer to your normal weapon, even if in combat with the door. So you use the demolition hammer. So if I was to put a demolition hammer on, I would stand here, hit this door, and it only becomes targetable if I have a demolition hammer. If a fight breaks out, I can swap to another weapon. If you swap to the attack speed passes on leather, they do actually affect the demolition hammer, means you get more auto attacks over the time and quicker. Things like an empowering beam does work. Things like a Trinity Spear AoE. So if you look at Trinity Spear, it gives everybody in the area an extra 100% attack speed, which does affect the hammers. So if you actually chain 2 of these together with 5 or 10 hammers, you can shred through doors and take castles very, very quickly. Once you've killed the doors and killed these small guards in the first sort of area of the castles, you've got kind of 3 tiers. You've got the courtyard, the middle, and then you have the chest room and lord room. Once you kill all the guards in this area, you will have a 15-minute timer to wait, and then you will have elite guards spawn. Elite guards aren't too hard. They have a little bit of crowd control built in. They do a fair bit of damage if they're not hitting a tank. They will start shredding people. And they're actually very, very good for defenders to gank people on. So if you're outnumbered, but they're fighting against the elites, they do count as extra people, and they will be useful for you in the fight. And at 15 minutes after that, you take the Lord. So why is this good? I mean, in terms of the castles themselves, going towards like the seasonal plan, castles make a huge difference. TC held castles and nothing but for a good chunk of the season, like early season, and still was doing respectively well in the rankings, just off the open world, the castle sort of thing. So they're definitely worth doing if you're trying to contest sort of in the seasonal rankings. And then you have the loot once a week, which means you only need to take it for that like 10-minute period of the chest being up. Get your loot, get out. Like, you don't need to hold it, you just need to take it when the chest is up so that you can loot the chest. But yeah, so honestly, this happens once a week, and I want to see more people get involved, because it's definitely something that like guilds that aren't accustomed to the Black Zone can get involved in. And I think we should want to see people getting involved in it. I also think a second day being added wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So like a Wednesday or something, um, just something that allows more sort of open world combat. Um, I'm going to be doing a video actually shortly talking about battle mounts, talking about the playtest changes, and how battle mounts are kind of changing in their role. And I think it's going to be good to start seeing more open world combat again, because it has been struggling for the last sort of couple of weeks since K, and I do really want to start seeing that improve again. So I think adding a second day to castles could be quite interesting. Let me know what your comments and feedback is on that in the comments below. But guys, just a nice short video, a little bit of a guide on a couple of things with castles, what they are, because I know some new players just aren't sure about it. But yeah, so thanks for watching and catch you later, guys. Goodbye.